Bob Squad is the right of all sentient beings. Whoa, Nelly! Heavens to Murgatroyd, sweet mother of pearl, every which way from Sunday. We got the negative Nancys, the Debbie Downers, the party poopers, the doubting Thomases, and even the peeping Toms, and all of them are watching Funboxing right now in a very, very optimistic episode, because I got myself hernia presents. That's right, I got hernia presents for myself a while back. I knew I was having my inguinal and my umbilical hernia surgeries. I knew they were cutting me from asshole to appetite. I knew I was going to have more holes in me than the waterbed in Edward Scissorhands. And I said, you know what? I'm going to order myself some hernia presents. So you know what I did? First, I got myself this Core Soundwave. Now, I want to show you something, because I already funboxed 2 of these 3 privately, just for hernia presents. I ended up getting this awesome looking Seige Soundwave. Originally, I got this guy 2 days before the surgery off Amazon, and because I don't read things, I thought I was getting an amazing deal on this transformer, thinking he was this size. Turns out I was actually getting a shitty deal on this tiny transformer. However, this guy right here does a much simpler job of transforming into the boombox, the Seige Soundwave. I'll take a closer look in just a second. He doesn't transform into the boombox at all. He's one of those nondescript, like, gun, satellite, I don't know what the hell he transforms into, and I still have yet to transform him. I'm probably never gonna. No, I will someday when I get really bored. But I'm going to do this in front of you, like so, and you're just tuck it in. I mean, you can almost figure this guy out without the instructions. I didn't, of course. See, I turned his legs, and you push his feet in there, and there's a little clip in there. And you do the same thing again. You mush his feet there, and then he's got all his extra gimmicks here. And there you go. There you go, my friends. That is Boombox Soundwave. Very cool. This guy also, looks amazing. I love the scruffed up look of the first gimmicks of this line, the Seige line. You could actually see, I'll tell, this Megatron I've actually had for a couple of years. I wasn't even collecting toys yet when I bought them. In 2018, I want to say I bought them offline. I just wanted a Megatron one day, and there you go. So I just thought he looked cool. I knew nothing about what was going on with the line, the inevitable Netflix show or whatever. This guy's only been transformed once. And Jesse Egan, my co-host of the Beachtown podcast, is the guy who did it. Because I've always come like 90% close and I can never figure out the rest. But he went on, and I saved the instructions and we couldn't figure it out. Let's take a look at Seige Soundwave. Well, he's the first official. We're not counting Boombox Soundwave here as the first gift. So he's got this wonderful little gun. He murders people with it. I want to give you a close-up of his face, and bam, right there. That's where the cassettes go in and out. I just received word that some cassettes are on the way from a very generous Bob Squad member. And I'll put some pic. I never do the YouTube picture thing. Maybe I'll just, when those arrive, I'll do one of those. I don't know what the hell is on his back. I'm not going to transform him. I don't think I'm going to need to, because on camera, I'm just going to transform this guy and then cut to a picture of this guy. And that's what he's supposed to do. So, and I'm going to do that again later in an upcoming example. I love these. They're so wonderful. You don't need to worry about them ever standing or failing to stand. They don't have, loose ankles. All these figures, their feet are more than wide enough to support the guy. They're actually pretty hard to knock over, which I absolutely love for both display and inevitable Sunbob purposes. And he comes with a cool gun there as well. His head moves around like so. This thing probably comes off. Yeah, I'm sure it does. Doesn't need to, really. It looks great there. Why waste time? He looks like Soundwave. And it looks like Soundwave has been through a war. Soundwave has something on his mind. I have to give you a look at the scruffed up legs too. I love how they did that. That is just gorgeous. He's been through hell and back. Because he would be. I always think of Season 3 Transformers as like the new guys. Still in my head. And Season 1 would be the old guys, and Season 2 were the middle guys. So he's an old guy. And really next to Prime, maybe even more than Megatron, Soundwave is one of the most iconic figures, just because everyone remembers the boombox, the cassettes, the voice on the cartoon. It's just one of those Transformers characters that you just... he's easily after Prime. Like, I actually think, like I said, more than Megatron, Soundwave is the one that comes to a lot of people's minds right after Optimus. And then Megatron and Starscream are in there as well. It seemed like in season 1 or 2, Ironhide seemed to be next in command, but really, I guess Prime and Bumblebee were still everyone's favorites. Today we've kind of retconned it, like Bumblebee's like the only Transformer that matters, the same way they do with Snake Eyes and G.I. Joe. Like, no, there's other characters. I still love those characters, but anyway. So, that was number 1. Number 2, I'm not gonna... I still haven't transformed, and I'm probably never gonna. Got Shockwave, that's right. I got the Brothers Wave. Oh, they look gorgeous next to each other. I love the dark purple. I'm really glad that the light is picking up the purple, because in my normal bad living room light, he just looks black, and that's actually not a good look for Shockwave. You want to show him dark purple is the best. It's the best combination, I think, for this figure, for just the ultimate sci-fi look, but just dark enough to be menacing. And that one eye for a face is just you don't want him peering at you. They have, thankfully they kept this hand, whatever it shoots with, doesn't even transform to a gun. Yeah, he looks wired up like there's ooze or plasma flowing through there. Nice Decepticon symbols on a arm. He's just such a unique looking figure. You just know he's coming at you. He looks definitely a bit more, obviously, because he didn't leave Cybertron in the cartoon. He's a lot more alien than the rest of the Decepticons, and reminds you how alien the Transformers are. This was of... I think this was of the Seige line as well. I can't have the box in front of me, but they didn't do the scuffed up look. Maybe in the story, in the Netflix cartoon, he didn't see as much combat or whatever. I'm pretty sure this was, yeah, Siege Shockwave, but they don't scuff him up. Just give you a look at his feet. Again, how easy is it to stand this guy? He can even lean back. See, something even fell backwards here, and didn't matter. He didn't fall over. I don't know what this piece does. Okay, not important, but those are the Brothers Wave, okay? I'm going to put them back here. The Brothers Wave. And I was playing this Megatron earlier. This is a bonus. This isn't one of the 3. I just picked this up yesterday at Target. It's a popular online retail store. I don't have time to explain it right now. I got this Core Megatron to go with the Core Soundwave. I don't usually see these guys. The Walmart had a bunch of Starscreams for a while, but I have enough Starscreams. I only have 2 Megatrons, and they're both on camera right now. I love the colors that they have in him. We're going to funbox him. This is a little bonus before I take out the big kahuna. He is a bit darker in color and gray, a little more metallic, and in that regards to Megatron. He does transform. Little looks at the box art. He transforms pretty much into the same tank that this guy does. That has only happened once, and these were made in Vietnam, it says. This was also made in Vietnam. Just want you to know that. Okay. But Megatron actually wants to win this war, so we're going to get him out of the box, because he is eager. Yeah, come on, guys. So, we're doing it on a camera. No edits. No edits today, Bob Squad. While I'm cutting this out, I finished filming the first scene of my next Son Bob episode. It's a G.I. Joe episode called Knuckleheads, where a bunch of the non-superstar G.I. Joes, the Joes that aren't Duke, Flint, Scarlet, Snake Eyes, Roadblock, and Lady J, mainly those 6, they're taken out of the equation, and a lot of the popular characters, but still not quite as covered in accolades, get to have an adventure, and they have to do it without the stars. So I filmed the first scene of that, and I'm very happy with the way that's going already. I built some scenery too for it as well. And there's Megatron. Let's get his gun out before we why doesn't he need an extra gun? Oh, probably for tank mode. That probably makes sense. Oh, it makes all the sense in the world, right? There you go. Alrighty, let's take a look at him. let's take a look. Yeah, they went darker with him, but he looks beautiful. Look at him go. Let's take a look at the back, some tank parts. So not quite as complex, obviously, as Seige, but still. Again, this is what I was talking about earlier. This guy is never transforming on camera. That's not going to happen. I'll barely be able to get it done with this guy. So look out for that. How close can we get on his face? For a small figure, they did really well with the faces on these core guys. I mean, that's him. Yeah, it's not like it's not Megatron. Do we try this? Do we try this on camera? No, I'm actually not going to try it on camera. Let's, I'll be right back. Yay, Bobby did it. Check it out. And this looks, because I've seen, this guy in tank mode before. This really does look like a better, more compact, like, tank mode. This is one of those cases, it took me like 5 minutes or so. It wasn't, it's one of those things where, just like I did with Bumblebee a few days ago, it's the first time I do it. It's going to be really hard, and then I'll be able to do it really quick. So, yeah, I like the look of this tank better, actually, than a Seige one in May, because a Seige one, he's still kind of, his legs still kind of look separated, even when it's complete. So, this is way more menacing. Is there a Decepticon symbol on him? No, there's not. Just a visible, I don't know if that's good or bad, but yeah, just a good old tank coming your way. What is this tank? What is it doing? We'd like to know. Super menacing. The colors, now I see why they made that choice of colors for the darker metallic, because when you put it in tank form, yeah, it looks a lot tougher. So, I'm actually I want to recommend these core guys. I think Boba Hicks, you've got this Soundwave guy as well. And of course I have the one that you sent me a few months back too, which is going to spend some more time as a Cobra computer, I believe. So I'm enjoying those. But the main event for the evening, we got a lot going on. Very Transformers oriented. Blah 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 today. Sorry. Let me do a little cleanup here. What are we talking about today, guys? We started out with the singing land shark with some fun quotes. And you see the Ultra Magnus Hate Plague Prime hanging out in the back. The big hernia gift I got myself, in addition to the Brothers Wave, is this guy right here. Whoa, Nelly. That's Kingdom Prime. Whoops, sorry. Sorry, it happens. Look at him in all his glory. In all of his splendor. Sorry about the glare. Magnificent. Magnificent. I'm wondering if I should have just wrapped him up and saved him for Christmas. Just to open up a big Optimus Prime on Christmas. Maybe I made a mistake there. But this is what he's going to look like. He's got a sick bed, and a shield, and a trailer form. They had the Earthrise one for almost half the price, but he looks great too, except for one problem. Optimus Prime comes with a trailer. Okay? Same reason I have a knockoff of the G1 and not a Walmart reissue G1 from a couple of years ago. Prime comes with a trailer, guys. Sorry. Hate to burst your bubble. The little ones we forgive, but a Prime this size, sorry, he's coming with a trailer. Why don't we take a look at Transformers Kingdom, War for Cybertron Trilogy. Nothing fragile, liquid, perishable, potentially hazardous, no item shifted in the overhead bins during a flight. Objects in the mirror may be closer than they appear. Let's take a look at Kingdom Prime. Yeah, I was about to take them out off camera, but then I figured, out the hell with it. Hopefully it's not too boring, but why not open it with you, you know? I'm going to do the best I can to keep this entertaining, functional. I didn't do too bad, right? Got the tape right there. Don't cut your finger off, Bobby. Look at that. For these bigger ones, yeah, I save all these boxes. Wow, what a monster. What a oh, wait, hang on, I'm sorry. Yeah, it was made in Vietnam. What a monster. Okay. What a thing of beauty. There he is, folks. Oh, wow. Okay, so the background is nice. Good job, Bob. anything can happen if, oh, the Brothers Wave went down. Not the Brothers Wave. It is really crowded here. Yeah, there's a Lego Cobra Fang and a G.I. Joe Jeep that just went to pieces. But I've actually looked at them sideways and they still went to pieces, so that's okay. Wow, okay. Let's get smaller scissors. And I think, yeah, it kind of looks like the Ark, or maybe the Ark enough, obviously not from the cartoon, but from the Netflix one. One thing I love about Transformers is having these plastic things all over the place at the end of every opening. There you go. I know, it was like, I'm buying these things with the Brothers Wave and Prime, and I get the comics I got, the G.I. Joe comics, and Transformers G.I. Joe comics, the crossovers. And I was like, geez, why throw away my money so reckless? That's a question you should ask yourself, Bob. Okay, enough of you, Land Shark. Wow, he's even got extra fancy holding straps. Do we cut these? Sure, I think we do. These are metal? What the hell is in these? I hope I'm supposed to be cutting these. Well, I just did. I am holding a new Optimus Prime. That's gorgeous. No, god damn it, no. So the box doesn't stand well, if you need to know that. If it matters to you. Let's just, you know, before we take a look at Prime, let's just get this out, because it's going to keep falling down. Let's get this guy out of there. I think there's a gimmick here you cut. There you go. And this is really cool. So I guess I'm a modern collector, because quite honestly, you don't see me with too many old things. Vintage things, old things, yeah. Vintage things much at all. And I'm cool with that. So let's take a look at this before I put it to the side. Yeah, nice background. I mean, it's got a big hole in it, so it's, you're not really going to display all that much with it. But I'm going to take it out. Just get it out of here for a second. And this trailer is wonderful. Who's that? I got neighbors coming out. What the hell are they doing? What the hell are the neighbors doing? Alrighty. We're going to take a look at that guy, too. Okay. Sorry, I was trying to... some trouble deciphering what was on and off camera. Is there a stand here or something? Yeah, there we go. Look at that. Look at me go. Look at Prime. Where's that gun that fell out? Oh, it folds. The gun, that's probably for something with his transforming method. I'm going to put his gun in there. Usually it's always in his right hand. Optimus Prime is a righty, which is kind of silly that any of them are righties or lefties. Wouldn't they all be ambidextrous? They're computers. I love him. He's perfect. I'm not trying to be super happy, positive guy. I love every single thing. No, but he looks like Optimus. Oh, no way! Get the fudge out of town. That's not... I don't think that's removable. Maybe it is. Oh, his chest opens up to a matrix. Oh, cool. Let's get this out of the way because I'm going to forget. The reason I put Magnus Prime or Hate Plague Prime over there is because I thought that this Prime would just be a repaint, or I guess he would be the repaint. Who cares? Not true at all. They're completely different figures. They're not even close. Maybe the heads are... Nah, I can't really even tell. Yeah, the heads might be the same. But the fists are not the same. The feet are not the same. The backs are not the same. This, if you're wondering, this white comes with Ultra Magnus Prime, is a different figure than, yeah, the arms don't come out. Yeah, these are two completely different figures, okay? So if you're just wondering, if you feel like, I already have one, maybe at first glance, but no you don't, okay? His chest doesn't open up. That's the least the difference is. I think, yeah, only the head is the same head sculpt, but other than that, nope. These are not the same figures. So, never mind. I thought that was going to be a big thing I was going to be able to have fun with, but I guess not. Okie dokie. So that's probably some kind of transformation gimmick here. It's very hard to have a good Optimus Prime without a bunch of crazy crap on his back. And if I may, I mentioned the knockoff earlier. So I got this guy, again, about 3 years ago. I bought 3 toys. I wasn't collecting yet. I bought this Seige, Megatron. I bought this knockoff Prime. I don't have the trailer on camera right now. And a 25th anniversary hooded Cobra Commander. I just bought those 3 figures just because I wanted them. And I didn't really look at toy videos until like over a year after that. I just wanted these specific things. So Primes do have a history of wacky backs. And I'll show you this. Yeah, he's got a big clunk, but that actually doesn't look too bad. When you don't transform him all the way, it goes down low and it looks like he just has a giant ass, which is kind of funny, but nevertheless, not what we're going for. But as you can see, I never got, it didn't come with any of those silver decals for this missing part here. Still, I love this guy. He's probably the most fragile and irreplaceable guy I got. He's not really technically a G1, but obviously feels like it for obvious reasons. And I'm going to take him away and put the Bumblebee that I got from Gojitron next to him. And yes, there's a colossal size difference, but they're supposed to be. So I'm going to have fun doing some vehicles next to each other. Let's take a look at the trailer as it's opened. When it's a base, I'm touching this for the first time. I've not looked at instructions. It has still got some plastic gimmicks in here. I can't get that out. That's stuck in there. That'll be a project. There we go. I was just going to say, okay, so similar to your familiar G1 escapades. I guess that goes there, and this can go here. I don't know. Looks like Johnny Five. Remember the 80s movie? This is the stand I pulled out to make him go up. This is a lot more easier than a cumbersome 2 big blue pieces. I don't know how well this is already loose, how long it's going to hold over time, but since we're not playing with it, is this the thing that becomes a shield? I don't even honestly know. I think he's supposed to come with a shield of some kind. I guess this looks like the piece. I'll look at the box. Oh, it's in here. Okay, we're going to play with that in a second. So this is also supposed to be a sick bed for Prime. I want to see if he plugs in here. So there's a hole. Yeah, there is. Okay. I see. I think that's it. Okay, yeah, look. There he is. He stays. Okay, so there's a hole that plugs in. So people can do the thing where they have to reenact Optimus Prime dying all the time. But I love how this works. And I'm sure you could put other Autobots in the trailer as well. Even if they don't have a little back plug, they can just lay there and it's a good sick bay for anybody. I don't have any rag. I have a wheel jack. That's pretty good for fixing Transformers, right? So what a lovely, lovely addition. I'm taking way too long here to look at Prime, but you can't look at Optimus Prime enough and just go, he's not awesome. Because he is. And he is looking at you. And it's time to transform him, but not roll out. Holy moly, gadzooks, this is impressive. The trailer is not, I don't think it's as long as the G1 trailer, who cares. A lot of positives. Yes, this was the hardest Optimus Prime I've ever transformed in my life, but the instructions, if you follow them, they won't steer you wrong. So it was just, you expect Prime to be the simplest guy in the world to transform, and when he's not, it kind of blows your mind for a second. But for both display and having as a toy, he's amazing, and I'm going to show you why I think so in a second. So they really went all out in detail. For example, these little barrel things, I don't know anything about cars. These don't even really have to come out. He looks perfectly fine, but just little things, they make it worth it. I did find out the Matrix does come out of him. So I didn't compare it to the Matrix that came with Hot Rod in the Studio series, probably the same. But the Matrix is the Matrix. But yeah, it's just really easy. When you don't have fingernails, like I do, some of all of Optimus is a little difficult. But yeah, he comes right out of there and he goes right back in there. So thrilled. Absolutely thrilled. And they really do a great job of having enough little connectors and everything else, even a few unnecessary ones, like these two back here, these little blue flaps that I'm pointing to. Those actually fold down into part of the leg, and you don't even really need to do that to fully transform Prime. I just did it because the instructions said so, and it gives it just a little bit of extra security without shaking around and becoming loose and accidentally transforming on you when you don't want it to be. Actually, these things move around just a little bit, but wonderful job. Wonderful job. He looks exactly like he's supposed to look. Quick comparison. This is the Jada diecast one here. So I guess Kingdom is just it's a hair. It's a little bit taller. So this does not transform at all. This one does. You understand. And this is also a Jada diecast. Now this one, it looks. Oh, I lost the light on you. I lost the light on you. Sorry, guys. A few hours went by between me trying to film these things. I think the one on the right is bigger. I have to get a little closer, but this guy does the trick. Okay, Bob, that was a waste of everyone's time. So absolutely thrilled. Again, I'm glad I waited for the Kingdom one, because the first Siege one that scuffed up like my Megatron and my Soundwave of the Brothers Wave. He looked great in robot form, but when he transformed him into just the trailer, and again just the trailer, he had these he's got these hedges coming up, and Prime should be flat. He should just hit you flush. Okay. And also, I really don't like to transform this G1 knockoff because how fragile he is. But he's about the exact same height transformed as this Jada one. So this guy... Oh, well, of course, and I just mentioned how fragile he is. Yeah, so the Kingdom on the right would be that much taller than your G1 or your G1 knockoffs. But let me protect him back there. Okay, get back there. Okay. Let's take a look at the trailer. What a great job they did. It's way easier for me to transform this than it is to transform my G1 knockoff trailer and probably any others. So this is the back, and I'm gonna actually put him back in robot form and show you the shield that I forgot. But lo my goodness, lo and behold, it's the Bumblebee. I'm finally able to do this. How cool! I think I've waited 35, 36 years to be able to have an Autobot come out of Prime's trailer. I did not have Optimus Prime as a kid. I was kind of lucky, like in '88, I got Power Master Optimus Prime, and it was one of those things, like, I got a lot of cool toys that year, and I didn't find out they existed till I took off the wrapping paper for my birthday and Christmas. The '87 Battle Armor Commander, the Grenadier Destro, both characters that I didn't have, and I didn't care that they looked a little different. I had them, and Power Master Optimus Prime. I forget if it was my birthday or Christmas, because they're a little close together. So, yeah, and I'm like, what? I have an Optimus? Because you couldn't get once you couldn't get the toy in the store, it was over. So out of nowhere, I just had an Optimus. But of course, the Power Master Optimus Prime trailer doesn't hold figures, but it became a mini base, which was still really awesome. But it's a whole other thing. But I liked the regular size Prime that came with that, as opposed to having the big clunky Prime. Anyway, let's take a look at this trailer. So what I'm gonna do is he just pulls right open. How easy is that? There's a nice little, and I showed you this earlier, there's a lever on the bottom. Really nice there. And this guy, did I do this already? I have no idea. And that's gonna come down. Yeah, that wasn't the most, and in fairness to the toy, it's not quite as shaky and rickety as it looks when I'm playing with it. It's that I'm looking in the camera and not at what I'm doing, so that's probably not helping. But so this is the fixed stuff, this device here. So this comes out somehow. Some of it comes out, all of it comes out, I don't really know. And attaches to Optimus. But how much or what part of it attaches, I don't actually know the answer to that. But it attaches to his back according to the instructions. See that? Okay, whatever. So I guess the whole piece comes out. Oh, shit. It was the die cast, which I don't want to get banged up, but it's Put that near the microwave. Space is limited, folks. Space. Oh, okay. It just pops out right there. Okay, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to save that to the side right there. And I'm going to be back in a minute, because I've only done it once before, and transform this guy. Well, that looks odd. Oh, I've never seen him do that before. I'm going to transform him back into robot mode just to show you the shield, and maybe I can get that fixie gimmick thing. Yay, not too bad at all. That could have gone worse. Little hiccups here and there. He's got basically the figure has like 2 chest pieces in 2 different middle torso areas, and it's hard to navigate which is which. There's a ton of little flaps that open and close and get tucked away and hidden, then opened again, and everything else. So, but for a first try, back to robot form, not too bad. Everyone always likes to reenact him dying, you cynical Gen X sons of bitches. I want to bring him back to life. How about that? Jesus Christ, you're not sad enough? There's the Matrix. I should have put my Ultra Magnus around him and my Hot Rod so Magnus can drop it. But, okay. And there is, you see this this knob here. There's a hole in his back, so he stays there. Did I show you that? I may have showed you. I'm just so excited. I don't have a lot of jokes for this one, guys. I don't have a lot of goofing off and wisecracking for today's Funboxing because I'm opening Optimus Prime. And for whatever reason, this thing folds and closes. The little extra little play features they put in these things don't seem to end. I keep thinking I found them all, and so really, I recommend, if you haven't gotten, or if you're considering just getting the Earthrise Prime or the Seige one for just because it's half the money. It's not just that there's no trailer. I personally don't think they look as good, and there's endless features with this guy. So let's show you what I discovered while I wasn't recording. You can take this out. It just comes right out like so. And this is a shield. Right there. So now he's protecting himself. And this could still, you could actually still close the trailer like this and just have a hole in the trailer. I don't know why you would want that, but you can. It's your prerogative. You made that money, they didn't. It's your prerogative. Ain't nobody humping around. Didn't think I'd have 2 Bobby Brown songs in this, but we are still too hot to handle, too cold to hold. And every little step we take, we find another accessory. That's 4 Bobby Brown songs in this, folks. Okay, I'm assuming this goes in the hole, easy. And this is his wacky fix-it feature. I don't know what the hell this thing does, or why he ever needed this, or has it, but he does. And it folds around like so. Ooh, maybe can it serve as a jetpack? Well, if my imagination allows it, it can serve as a jetpack. Ooh, take that, Hate Plague Prime. Jesus. Okay, and I think that wraps up the Funboxing. This is probably going to be a long one, but I didn't realize there was going to be so much to this figure. I honestly didn't. It doesn't. It just keeps surprising me. I still don't know why the gun bends up and down. I have no idea. Could I look it up? Probably, but that's not important right now. So here's Tank Megatron, and I want to put Optimus here with the Brothers Wave. And you know what? It's really not complete unless he stands next to Megatron now, is it? What was I thinking? It's a little, I have a loose leg on Megatron. Okay. There we go. Anything else? Anything else? Nope. Thank you all for watching this Funboxing here. All we need now is a little Bob Squad and a lot of luck.